Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. We have found ourselves here in the Eye, having woken up from a deep sleep, and we are currently starving. But it's the second day, and hopefully they're going to come up with a solution as to why we're starving. So, let's leave our container and see where the world takes us. Okay, nowhere apparently. Let's see if we can go to the Overlook Bar. Either that or try our luck to see if we can find some sort of vendor in the Rotunda. There's got to be a restaurant around here somewhere, right? Or the market, maybe. Maybe somebody in the market. But now the only place that we know for sure that sells food is here. So I'm actually gonna buy these rations here. Tala keeps some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those weary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. Okay, that refilled us up. Cost us a bit of money though. So, do we carry on trying to help our friend over here? Dragos' yard? I mean, he's going to pay us some money if we manage to get through these. We have a 6 dice. I think that will guarantee success here in the hull dissection, so I think that's worthwhile, so let's do that. Okay, we're halfway. Now, a 3 and a... Can I put those together? No, okay. A 3 and a 4. A 4 on the risky might be worth it. But, if we get hurt really badly. We could go back to see if we can explore the Rotunda. I see how Dock C4 has ticked down 1 here, which means Dock B2 has as well. So in 4 cycles, we're going to see what's in Dock B2, I feel. Now, our friend is still at the Ambergris over there. Ah, apparently there is a doctor in the Bright Market, so let's explore the market. If we can. Do I have 4 dice? Oh, it's such a... Anything with a negative fail rate on it makes me really nervous. But it's better than the danger, so... Let's explore the market. The smells, sounds, and buzzing activity of the Bright Market makes it a dizzying place to wander, but an enticing one too. You keep your attention on the crowd around you as you pass along the bright walkways, taking it all in with an expert eye. Okay, we got 2 local knowledge. Can we pass this with a 3? Let's see. Cross your fingers. Lost in the crowd, you struggle to keep a sense of direction. You sit in an alley, exhausted with no idea where to go. I think we buggered up quite badly there. Okay, let's leave. Should I go and buy more food? Oh wait, we found Sabine. Or at least a new thing has come up here. Oh, there's a street food vendor. I need food. Emphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables in some red-flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pockets as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. We watch. Despite the queue, Emphis doesn't rush. He dresses each portion individually, squeezing precise slugs of liquid from an assortment of bottles into the bowl of torn leaves and bright slices, before tossing them loosely together. Occasionally, a waiting customer might mutter something about efficiency, but Emphis remains steady in his process. After a while, the queue fades back into the crowd, and Emphis sets down his metal bowl and looks up across the burner to see you watching him. I can feel your eyes burning a hole in my bowl, Free sample? Sure. He gestures neatly. Come over. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus, laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you. You sleepers, Emphis says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life. A lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Well, let's tell him a story. You begin to tell him about your journey to the Eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycles spent within it. Now, it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had, but can never forget. You tell him that the Eye excites you and scares you. You are unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually, you trail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time, we can talk some more, he smiles. But next time, you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side, and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the wok. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Ooh, that was good. You. Okay, so that has given us get to know Emphis. Emphis loves two things, stories and food. Maybe if you supply him with both, you can hear his story. I'm sure we'll be eating there more than once. How much does it cost for a normal serving? Let's go back there and it'll tell me. Order fungus, 15, okay. We can do that. Right, and there is a doctor here, Sabine. Let's go and speak to Sabine. Next! Comes a call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block. They have all made the long queue a test of your nerve, but your options are few. And without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will... You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. Try to find something to distract yourself. Well, let's look inside. You lean against the doorframe and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light flickering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting, beyond which blurred shapes moved. A slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. "Where you turn," he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. "Send the next one in, Toshiro." The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway, and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. "Come, sit," says a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure. "Please sit." They gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. "Remain still, please." Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. "How long have you been on the station?" they ask, the scanner still to their eye. "Over the few cycles." They nod. "It's good you came to me." They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. "I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything." They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. "Your body is dying." They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNARP remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? How do you know this? They shift in their seat. You aren't the first sleeper I've encountered. You wait for more, but they go back to their inspection. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. "I'm sorry," Sabine says. And you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. And SNARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. "I know little of this is of use to you." They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something. Anything. Sabine turns to face you. "I may be able to help," they sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. "You saw Toshiro outside?" You nod. "He works for my benefactor, Yataghan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds." They look away. "But Yataghan has connections, smugglers from the Stewart Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance." Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous. It'll be expensive, but I think we can do it." Why help me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. "Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead." You nod and leave. Sabine, still starting out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face. But the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Okay, so we have a lead on our stabilizer, which is quite useful. How long do we have to wait for this? 3 cycles? Okay, or potentially 3 cycles. Anything else we can look at here? I've kind of used all my dice really quickly today, didn't I? On the plus side, we're not starving anymore. Alright, I think we just have to sleep, but poor old Dragos is... we're running out of time with Dragos, so let's sleep, see if something happens. I'd like to get 4 dice back, that would be nice, but I think my condition's fading. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of the thread across the ring, through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to pass, but you begin to try. Let's focus on the threads. There are more threads than you can count. You choose one that passes nearby and approach it. As you inspect it, you understand why you instinctively chose the word thread when you first saw them. They are not single lines, but rough, fuzzy things, woven from data strings of all kinds. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There is so much here. So many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then, that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again to see 2 lines, 2 threads, pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. Well, what is the first? The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. What about the second? The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. We got 3 dice again, we got a 6, and then we got a 2 and a 1. Oh no, that's not very good at all. Someone out there is tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. Oh no. Ooh, the cloud. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access system and extract data. Be careful, these networks are old and strange. Click the I button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Oh, this button? Ooh. Isn't this interesting? Keynote 0102? What's this one? Data actions allow you to extract data from the network of the eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. If you have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill, you'll be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice that matches the dice displayed. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. Okay, so we only have 1 and 2. This requires a 3. Let's look around. A 2? A 3? No, wait. What am I matching the input in here? Am I matching this input or this input? Because in theory I can... Yeah, bypass. Okay, so it's this here, not this. Oh, that means I can open both of these. I mean, might as well. Let's bypass. The data here is part of a cache, tucked away during the collapse. Who hid this and for what purpose? Extract the data. Neutral outcome, +1 encrypted key. A stream of passcodes, able to unlock the station's aging maglogs. Wait, isn't there a thing for the maglogs? Up here? I only needed 1. Can I use that here? Oh, do you think I need 2 keys? I'm going to hold on to that then, actually. I'll hold on to it till we actually have 2 keys so we can open it. No point using it, just in case I need it for something else. So do I want to unlock this? Because we have a 1. I'm not going to be using a 1 for anything else, so... A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. Ooh. What was that horrible noise? We got another key. Okay, well it's like the game wants me to open that door. Oh dear. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent processing. Let's stay still. Please hold. What is this? The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? The shape paces around you on lithe legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identity, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Sleeper, SNARP? Unknown, known. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature. Of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I am a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste, the one from the sealed dock. The Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock? An entity hides in Rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. I guess we have to strike. You lash out with all your force, not a physical strike, but a focusing, a spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. Wake up. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. What in God's name was that? Is that the hunter that is hunting me? That's not pleasant. But I do think before I go and open this sealed door, I'm going to end the episode here. So, thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does help keep the channel going and help let me make these videos that I hope you all enjoy. But either way, I'll see you next time.